Welcome back to Pilates Chakras Tarot. It is time for the April readings. I am sorry that I didn't get the readings out for you guys, or I do apologize. Didn't get the readings out for you guys for the month of March, but this will be the readings going into a new solar year, starting off with the Aries season, the spring equinox. It's a great time to start to manifest and bring to fruition all those things that you want and desire and that you never thought that were possible. So let's see what comes out for you as you are. This is a reading rather for those of you with a birth number 1. So if you're born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of any month, this reading is for you. Or if you know someone who's born on either those number days that has that birth number, you can share this reading with them. So again, the month or the number, the month doesn't matter. It's the number that matters. And the birth number is the reason why we do readings on the birth number is to help you be successful or create success in your daily life or your daily activities, your daily affairs. You can plan accordingly. So your birth number is a number you should be looking at on a regular basis. And what makes the number more fortunate is if it falls on the favorable days. And for those of you with birth number 1, it is the number 1 is a representation of the sun. So obviously Sunday would be your day, and Monday. It correlates with Sunday and Monday. So if your birth number falls on the 10th, the 19th, the 28th, or the 1st of any month, this is the reading for you. All right, so let's just go in. And I want to first start off with getting the chakra energy reading for you guys. All right, so let's see what comes out. So Spirit, please do give us a message for those with the birth number 1. These are individuals who are ambitious, creative, and individualistic in all their desires and all of their endeavors. All right. So we're just going to cut the deck. Nothing's come out yet, and take the one off the top. So first off we have is the solar plexus. Actually, this is actually the 8th chakra, and this would be the soul star chakra. All right, and it says angels and masters, and it's number 33. And number 33 is a master number for teachers. So you guys are master teachers. You have a lot to offer. You all are needing to educate those who are in your environment. If you actually work with children, or if you're just an instructor in any way, you have the aptitude to teach, you are in and on your path according to this card. Angels and masters, it says. You guys are angels and masters. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the card for you guys, just because I think we need a little bit more. And I'm just going to give you a little snippet on it, so that you have some insight as we continue with the reading. This is the soul chakra, which is the 8th chakra. Some may consider it the 11th chakra, according to the Indians or the Hindu culture. All right, they may consider it the 9th chakra. I'm sorry, the 8th or the 9th chakra. But this is an elevation. Anytime that you're at the 8th or 9th chakra, you have ascended. All right, so you are on your ascension journey. You are being called to be masters in your own right and angelic in your own right. So that means you have an equal balance of compassion as well as teaching or instructing, leading others, leadership skills, all of that. That's having the aptitude. So let me read from the book. It says, you have been called this powerful card, and you have called this powerful card into your awareness today to remind you that the angels and ascended masters are with you at this time. We all have loving beings from the spirit realm guiding and offering wisdom and healing as we take our life journey. At different times, angels come into assist and offer specific messages and guidance. You may have been experienced, you have made, that they have it grammatically incorrect here. You may have experienced difficulties and challenges as of late. And the angels want you to know that you are not alone and that they are doing everything in their power to assist you from the spirit world. You are also being guided at this time by the higher vibrational plane of existence and hold within them the divine to fulfill in the universe and have unique energies and gifts to share and offer. For example, Mother Mary holds a resonance that of energy, of divine love and compassion. You may like to find out more information on the masters and tune in to your spirits to see who you are. The archangels are powerful light beings that are here to guide you and assist you in your life right now. You are encouraged to take a little time out from your everyday world and go within to connect to these beautiful, loving guides that have an abundance of love and wisdom to share with you. Know that they have your back and you have nothing to worry about. You are blessed and protected always. Your prayers have been answered and you are not alone. Take a moment to hand over any stress or concerns to the angels and masters for transmutation and fill your heart and mind with the love and healing that is required or offered in return. So affirmation, angels and masters guide my way with love, trust, or truth and integrity. So again, like I said, you're on this journey and you are actualizing the attributes of angels and masters because you're being guided by the angels and the masters from the spirit realm. So there's no need to continue to feel any doubt or fear about where you are on this journey because you are divinely protected. And that's what the card is saying here. But you also have been called to be guided on this journey as you are a compassionate being with integrity. All right. So actualize that. Let's see what else comes out. Let's see what's on the bottom. Oh, divine wisdom. Divine wisdom is from, looks like from the same chakra. Wow. You guys are really greater beings. You really have a huge feat ahead of you. You have a lot of knowledge and wisdom that you need to impart on your journey. Right now, it appears to me that you are maybe in solitude and doing a lot of studying as opposed to distilling information, the information that you have. Because in this card, I'm seeing that you are just soaking up this information. You're pulling it into your being. You know, you're absorbing it into your psyche so that when it's time to deliver and distill this information, you kind of, it's just like the fanning of the paper of this book. You just kind of like rolls off the tongue. It's a part of your breath. All right. You breathe, you give light, you give knowledge, you give wisdom. Your presence is knowledge and wisdom. So you're magical. You're a magical being here. All of you born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th. And you guys are a symbol of the sun, the Genesis, the new beginning. So you guys are part of the new paradigm shift here that's being activated and implemented into this new way of life that we have, this new earth that we keep talking about. You guys are on the front lines to impart this wisdom. I think I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit from the deck, from the book on that as well, just to give you a little bit more insight there. Card number 36. And it says, you have the divine wisdom of the universe available to you at all times. As you may know, you are deeply connected to an expression of the divine light of the universe. This divine light has within it the powerful knowledge and wisdom of the cosmos. This light is all-knowing, wise, and all-loving, intelligent light. You are reminded at this time that this wisdom is at your fingertips. You are reminded at this time that this wisdom is at your fingertips. That you are made up of this wisdom and that it runs through your blood. You can access it at will. If you have been searching for answers and guidance from sources outside of yourself, it's now time to look inward. It's time to tune and connect to and become aware of the divine wisdom that lies within. Trust the calling to deepen and awaken to this aspect of yourself as you start to also trust the wisdom that comes to you. Take a moment in a quiet place. Ask your questions and listen to the voice inside the heart, offering you the answers and singing the song of divine wisdom. The answers lie within the chambers of your own heart. Sometimes it can be challenging, bypassing those crazy thoughts in your head in order to get to your heart. However, once you get that feeling in your body that everything is just right, you will know you are there. Then it is a matter of trusting the process. And as it grows stronger, to use it just like a muscle. It's your time to flex your heart and listen to the divine wisdom it has to offer. It pulsates through every cell of your being, ready and waiting for you to awaken to its calling. That's what I was saying. You guys are masters, master teachers. You're angelic at the same time. That's a huge feat when you know that. So that's why it's a time that you're not, as I mentioned, you are not actualizing and implementing or teaching as of yet, because you're in a state of perusing this information, this knowledge and this wisdom that's being bestowed on you. But when you do distill the information and when you start to actualize, it's going to be like that muscle, that respiratory, that muscle that forces you to inhale and exhale, that contraction, that flexion. It's automatic. It's subconscious. You don't have to think about it. It's second nature to you. So when you start to speak it and when you start to distill it and implement it, it's divine. So awesome up front, but that's powerful. It's you have to be responsible in this position. If you're resonating with this, it's a huge responsibility, but also a wonderful and honorable or noble responsibility to be given this responsibility to help others, to instill and distill information, to help someone get on their journey, to be, and at the same time to have compassion, non-judgment, almost a savior to someone who just have no wherewithal, just living an aimless life, and you meet them or they meet you and you just help them project them forward or propel them forward. And then boom, just like that, they're in a whole different space on their path, on their journey. All right. So wonderful. All right. So the next one, wow, you guys have some major chakra readings, because these are none of the basic fundamental chakras. Now you have the Earth Star Chakra. This is the 10th chakra. This is below the root chakra. This is down in the earth. We're talking Mother Earth. And you actually get your own number 1. It's time it's time to even grow below the surface, to really ensure that you're planted, that you're anchored deeply, inferior. We have on our skin, this top layer is called the epidermis, which is the top, which is superficial. And below that, the deeper layer is called the dermis. That's your real skin. That's the skin that's holding everything together, your ligaments, your muscles, your tendons, all of that. It's protecting all that. It's before the fascia, so it's helping that fascia keep all of your muscles attached to your bones. It's that skin, it's that deeper protection. All right, this is the top layer of protection, but then we have a deeper layer. So this is what the Mother Earth is about. It's the inferior, the internal layers, the deep layers of growth. Huge responsibility. As above, so below. The law of correspondence. This is the higher chakra. This is the lowest. Right? Above the seventh chakra and below the first chakra. So everything in between is protected by the eighth and ninth chakra and the 10th chakra. Anything in between that, this is the protection. So before it gets to your basis, your foundation, the other layers of you, the first through the seventh, it's got to get through Mother Earth. It's got to get through Father Sky. And that's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. Which gives me, I'm chuckling because it's like, yeah, where does this entity that's trying to invade, where does it think it's going? Why does it think it can fool, the ubiquitous or the omnipotency of life, of a life, like an energetic life, a spiritual life? Nowhere. It just kind of dissipates as it's coming towards you. It just dissipates. So that idea of like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with a Buddhist term, it's called the true phenomenon. That is everything that's happening behind the scenes. You will never be able to even imagine what's happening behind the scenes to help protect you and guide you and lead you, to orchestrate the functions of your daily life, of your existence being, as a matter of fact. You have no clue what's happening. You probably know you have an idea, but it's probably 5% of the 100% of what's really going on behind the scenes, in the galaxies and beyond the galaxies. You have no clue. So anyway, I'm not going to belabor that point. That's huge. This is a huge calling here. There's a calling to you, but also an affirmation that you are divinely guided and protected on your journey right now. Whatever is happening in your world, it should not even faze you at this point with cards like this in your reading. I really could end the reading on these 3 chakra cards. This is the energy that you have, and that's around you even. And if you're not aware of that or even working towards that, I suggest you catch up, because this is divine. This is where you want to be. In these realms, in these spaces right here. These are the entities you want to be, brushing shoulders with, communing with, being of service to. Everything else is obsolete as far as I'm concerned. Everything. That's amazing. So wonderful. I'm going to put this aside, and let's go ahead. I will read a little bit of Mother Earth for you since I read the first 2. It would only be right to do that because it's just such a deep, these 3 chakras are so deep to even come up. All right, you have attracted this card into your life today to remind you to spend more time in nature. Life these days can be quite fast and busy, which can cause large amounts of stress and challenges. Mother Earth is calling you back to the womb, back to your core and your center. It's now time to reconnect to the flow of nature, where everything is in a constant state of harmony and balance. If you have been feeling unsettled or disconnected lately, then it's definitely time to feel the earth under your feet and take some time to stop, breathe, and experience the natural energy from the earth. The earth is a living, breathing being. She is constantly offering abundance of healing energies for you to connect to at any time. While we exist here on planet Earth, she is our mother, the one that nurtures, feeds, supports, grounds, and protects us at all times. All right, so I'm going to stop there. I don't have to read too far down, But one of the things I did leave out, and which is part of this reading, is that being at the 8th and 9th chakra as the first two coming out, and managing this responsibility that you have as a master teacher, and as you're gaining and studying, or I should say attaining and ascertaining this divine wisdom and knowledge that's being bestowed upon you, it's very important for you to stay grounded. And it wants you to go deep. It wants you to do the deep meditations, the deep grounding, getting out in nature and spending time in nature to get grounded. Really put your naked feet on the ground and just be in awe and worship of Mother Nature, the living, breathing earth that she is. All right. So I wanted to add that, to really ground yourself. And the way to do that is to really go out into nature, spend some time in your meditation, in nature. Actually conduct your meditations in nature when you can, as it is getting warm in most places globally, or I shouldn't say globally, but nationally, and I'm in the U.S., you can spend more time outdoors now. And nature is like, even, putting your feet in the water, walking to a park, just getting out and doing a walk in your neighborhood, whatever. You get the drift. But you need to spend some time in nature, and even and spending time in nature in the quiet, so that you get the downloads, if you will, or the information that you need. Get clarity on the information that you're receiving, I should say. All right, so you get that. You get the drift on that. So let's see. Where are we going to go from there? I think I'll go ahead and pull out. Let me go ahead and do the Rider-Waite Tarot, just to elaborate on these messages. Perhaps there's something, well, I don't know if there's going to be anything as deep as what's on this table right now. I think you'll be able to overcome any and every challenge that comes your way, and you will be able to enjoy all the gifts and your manifestations of abundance, prosperity that's coming your way. You'll be able to enjoy them that much more knowing this information. All right, so Spirit, please do clarify. All right, these just wanted to jump out, so I'm just going to take these, and there's 3. So the first card out was the Ace of Wands. So just, hey, it's just time to take action. You're being given a gift of, I would say, well, this is a phallic symbol. So there is an exciting new partnership, if you will. There's a lot of growth, all right, and shedding away of things that are not serving you in this regard. But you have the support of, of the greater good, of the life force. So, and it's just telling you to keep on this path so that you receive and always ensure your 9 of Pentacles. Your 9 of Pentacles is about the work that you're doing and the action that you're taking in the work that you do. It's going to bring about that abundance. So all this study and the knowledge that you are acquiring is going to be the way in which you bring about your livelihood, because this is the you enjoying the fruits of your labor. So your work, the work that you do, you're passionate about it, and you are no holds bars about it. You don't joke on it. It's not something that's up for negotiation. You're very solid in the way you think of it, the way you feel about it. And so just know this card, I believe, is here. That Ace of Wands is here to remind you that this is your passion, and that you are on the right path, and your passion will impassion, fill you with that passion. Okay, and I'm being told you need to do it now. Now is the time. So you've gotten all the information that you need. So it's just now is the time, and you can rest assured that you have the support of the higher realms as well as the lower realm. So you are protected all the way around 360. Let's see what the last card is. Wheel of Fortune. It's your destiny. It's your destiny. Now I know this card. It kind of, when I turned it over, it was reversed. But in my mind, I'm thinking it was just me probably turned the card around. This is fated for you. This is destiny. All right. But if you ignore it, if you ignore anything that's on this table right now, that's affirming what your journey and your purpose is right now, being that you have the birth number 1, all right, that means that it can only go in the opposite direction, or it's just going to delay the fortune that's coming towards you, that's going to be gifted to you as a result of your service. This is you being of service. You take action on that, it's inevitable. Nothing can impede on it. That's what I'm getting, because it is your destiny. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there, but I also am gonna pull out an oracle card. And with that said, I think you deserve an Isis oracle reading. All right, so we're gonna take one from the Isis oracle deck, because this is pretty heavy. So anyone with the highest chakras that they are in our state of being, state of existence will understand what's coming from Isis, from antiquity, from our ancients, the ancient ancestor realm. Okay, so Spirit, please do reveal the final message for all of our birth number 1s that are born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th. What do you have to affirm to us, to assure us on? Is there any uncertainty about who we are and what our path entails and what our purpose is on this journey? If anyone is listening and curious about what that is and not unsure and still not convinced by this reading, please tell us, Spirit, in this next card. All right, if we don't get nothing in this next shuffle, I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck and take the card off the top. Magic and ritual. Crafting a sacred space. That's very apropos. If you are whenever you retreat to your sacred space, it should be a time where you conduct your magic and perform your rituals. So making sure that you're crafting that space, that you're creating that space for yourself within your own shelter, within your own tower, that you're creating that. But I will read for you guys from the book so that you are, if there's anything else that Spirit wants to tell us, and in the way of crafting that space for ourselves, what direction do we need from Spirit? All right. Stay tuned, it's coming up. Okay, so magic and rituals, crafting a sacred practice. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Magic and ritual can support your divine path now in the physical world, and you are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom. And apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. Oh, yes. So I get a feeling that if this resonates with anybody and applies to any and a lot of you that are listening to this message right now, that you understand this. You understand that this is really a solidification for you. That you just needed to hear this, that you exude and emit a powerful energy wherever you go. And there's no reason to feel humble or modest about whatever it is that you're emitting. It's just a matter of fact, because you've been given this assignment. You've been ordained and anointed for this, on this path. As you are, you've been selected. You've been marked on this path. I like the word marked because I think a lot of what's happening today, and people who, all of us are being plugged into the spaces in which we're supposed to be and assigned. We're actually fulfilling our contracts or have fulfilled our contracts, and now we're being assigned to activate. We've been assigned certain tasks, certain roles, titles, responsibilities, and we have to step into these roles, these responsibilities, these titles. We have to step in and we have to actualize. We have to distill this information. It's time for us to speak out. You know, all of this information that we've been holding on to and using, all of this stardust and this fireworks that's happening here, this effervescence, because this is like effervescence here in this photo. You're like active like a volcano. You're emitting something that is very much needed and necessary right now at this time. And for the future, this is where we're headed in the future. All of us who have been marked and ordained, it's time for us to step into our roles. Stop pussyfooting around with, this knowledge and wisdom that we're acquiring. We're going to continue to grow and develop. We're going to continue to learn in our positions, in our roles. We don't need to keep learning right now, but now we need to actually get out there and put it into action. This is the universe handing you your torch, handing you your wand, telling you to go out and create magic, perform your rituals, perform these roles in which you were anointed for. Actualize. It's time. Now is the time. There's no time better than now. Don't be late. Don't belabor. The wheel is turning. The wheel is turning. And it doesn't matter which platform you're using. It doesn't matter if it's traditional, conventional, if it's new age, modern, wherever you are with your assignment, get out there and get going. And the only reason why I said that is because the Wheel of Fortune is also a card of the World Wide Web. So you're a worldwide, renowned, stamped, and approved sage or adept at this point. And I have no other way to put another role to give you, or title to give you but that, because you got, the 8th and 9th chakra and the 10th chakra here on the table, which normally doesn't come up for most people. All right. So it's time. It's time. And yeah, your magic and your rituals, create and crafting a sacred practice. All right. And be consistent with it. Don't waste time. Don't doubt yourself. You're not sure about something that you need to say and get out, just say it anyway, because I'm off the cuff right now myself. But I love doing this. But the more I do it, the more I feel it, the more I really feel like I have something to offer you. And something that I can be proud of and feel like I am fulfilling my role and being of service to the universe. And that's what I want you to feel here, that you are being of service when you actualize and you plug in to your divine role right now. All right. So I salute you. Namaste.